Hey guys, it's Lucid. Welcome back to another episode with Early Age Yomi in Ring World. It's turn 64, and we are making our way into the late game. We're in the late mid-game now. I'll just mention, I guess, kind of how I think I define that is late mid-game is the point where you're hitting very big major research targets like Alt-9 type of stuff. But you don't have all the things researched yet, mostly. So, and you probably don't have all of your path access things figured out. Late game is when you probably have all of that. So we're not there yet, but we are definitely late mid game, where we're getting deep, full kind of research in certain paths. If you recall in the last episode, we kind of got our ass kicked, and more specifically Lanka, because he's doing a lot of the raiding. But his raiders kind of got whooped. But we killed Virtue Signaling, the Moloch, so that was kind of redeeming. A message from Abyssia. Fear not, Abyssia hangs by a thread, but the elves have been vanquished. And then a message from Oceania. Oof. Calum. I'm not sure what that meant. But, anyway, we finished some research in thaumaturgy. I don't know what that put us at. What are we at? We're at Thom 7, so that's actually pretty nice. We get... I think that's mostly for Dark Skies. I don't know if we're actually going to cast it, because the slots are all full. But if one opens up, we'll probably put it up. We're heading up Evocation now to get Evocation 9, which is going to open up Flames from the Sky. It's also going to open up Firestorm and some other stuff we can just drop kind of every single fight, which will be good. Curse of Blood getting spammed out now every turn, hopefully. I think we're going to have enough blood economy to do that. Lesser Horror comes here and hits Lanka. Let's see if that triggered gem usage. I'm not sure. This is a pretty big Lankan army. A short answer is no. Okay, we can see Hinnom going ball deep here into Lanka. Oh, Doom. Just the Doomcaster. Don't mind me, sir. So, lost a Starshine Skullcap. Was it worth it to Doom everybody? Some pretty high-value Doom targets. I think, was the Raven doomed? Let's go watch that battle again. If the Raven wasn't cursed, I would say probably worth it. If the Raven was cursed, which he wasn't, so, you know, it might have been worth it. Yeah, to get all these thugs, a lot of thugs cursed, plus the god, for like 13 gems, probably worth it. Probably worth it. Okay, so that's permanent. Shit's for life. And then we get another... Now this might have caused gem usage. This was more horrors. There's some math that goes on, like number of horrors, blah blah blah. Okay, no gems used. We found a magic site and enchanted well. Very nice. We are site-searching water. Water is kind of the one thing we haven't really site-searched in our kingdom very well. Though you can see, well, we hadn't, but we've got nature mage or water mages coming up here. We don't expect they've site searched for water because they don't really have great access to it. But water for a long time, once we got these Jade Amazons, we started doing it, but for a long time it was pretty slow. But I guess we're doing okay in that now. Okay. Now we've got some battles. So Lanka attacking Indies. There we go. A Soothsayer from Saramadia. I guess they're old and are coming to suicide some Soothsayers they don't need, which is fine. Okay. A Gartha attacking Lanka here. And these Mind Blasters versus Thugs are going to do pretty well. Because he won't be able to get any scripts off, and then his attack and defense are 0, and so then he's just left with 18 protection. Which is not very scary. Okay, that actually just killed... Then Frozen Heart Spam killed him. So, there's that. Next battle, they take this back with the Released King and the Released Ones. These are kind of cool units. They have really high protection. So very cool. They have base 20 protection and then decent gear. So kind of cool. This seems like it might be spicy. Thug on one side, PD on another, so I think we know how that will go. More PD down. What was this? Oh, looks like he's gonna try to enslave. Oh no, Hinnom's routed, okay. I thought that was an enslave script. Hinnom attacking down here. I think my money is on the Giants. Okay. So that is that. Now we are finally, I think, getting in position, so let's go check. I think we are getting, yeah, so here's our big army. We've got this fort under siege. I think we're just going to go ahead and kind of roll up here. I don't really want to dilly-dally. We're rolling out, going over this way. Meanwhile, we will leave this probably for this army, which is now moving out. We got a few ghost generals here, though. So we now have these guys on non-shitty morale units, which is nice. You can see the undead factories going on down here. Our guys, are we moving? No, we're not. We're not moving. We're hanging tight. Are these guys moving? No. Okay, so really it's just this army and this army is kind of all my dudes that we're going to commit to the Agarthan War right now. The other thing Lanka and I've kind of talked about is I'm going to focus on Agartha and he's going to focus on Hinnom. Now, we don't really need to beat Hinnom, but we're not going to be able to fight Agartha without fighting Hinnom, and we don't really want to be on the defensive, so we'll go on the offensive. So, there's a huge Hinnom army down here, which we're going to have to figure out how to deal with. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but this is our Dominion. So, potentially he can drop the Raven on them, which I think would be hilarious, and I hope we get to see that. We haven't really been seeing that many Raven plays, so hopefully we'll get to see it. And did I do construction? No, okay, we haven't done construction 8. At some point we're going to go construction 8 and put some more fun items on the Raven, but that's not yet. So we're going here. Part of the reason for going here is I think there's a good chance we catch somebody that wasn't expecting us. Because I think anybody would expect me to storm this fort, but we're just going to do unexpected shit. Like, move here. What do they have here? This is the outer throne, so it gets some magic. That would be cool. Yeah, it would be pretty nice to take that. I don't actually know where the Agarthan army is. It's probably right here, because we saw like 400 magma children. I think they're right here now. Well, we wouldn't be able to see them if they're there. They could be here. So we'll see. There could be a really big battle here. What's our script? We've got Army of Gold, Mass Flight. That's the same script we were talking about from before. We've got some kind of weird logistics things going on. Let's take a look at our inventory. We've got a ton of stuff in here. A lot of this is just map move logistics stuff that I use when I need to. I've got it kind of organized here, but these are to help me kind of move things around. And then reinvigoration is always good on Dione, so it's just nice to have a good bank of these boots. We've got a bunch of Faithfuls that we continue to kind of use when we need, and then we've got Flesh Eaters, and then up here we've got some of our Path Boosters. So you can see we've got a fair amount of Path Boosters. We've got a Crystal Shield waiting around for the next time we need a Dai Tengu. So that's basically what's going on there. You can see we're having a hard time spending all our gems also. Okay, so I think that's it for this turn. Let's go ahead and pull up the next one. So turn 65. Turn 65. Let's see what happens. A message has arrived from Kalium. These are desperate times. The Empire of Kalium is in ruins, and the squids of Oceania are taking over this beautiful land and covering it with slime and ichor. So repulsive. Once beautiful forest, now slimy caricatures of their former beauty. Is it really Oceania? The squids from Oceania? I think it's the squids from Relay and Atlantis, so I don't know if it's Oceania, but anyway. Once beautiful forests are now slimy caricatures of their former beauty. As the city of Calem falls, the earth rumbles, Gaia cannot stand the perversion of her works, and a new leader is ripped from the Hall of Fame and thrown into the land of lead. And into this land to lead. Who better to take control of the Empire than an elf? A protector of the forest. The new leader of Calem is Kalmanda Dulcus, the elven huntress. Let the games begin. Calem Reborn. So, I think Niflheim and Calem have gone AI at this point. Or not gone AI. They are tired of playing. Like, I think they've lost. And I think they had some... I can't remember. It's been a while now. But I think they might have also had some personal stuff come up where they couldn't play. But they were basically losing, and they kind of wanted to go AI. And I think they've been beaten back enough where I was kind of comfortable setting them AI, but they're still kind of big. Like, Nifl still has his capital. Like, they're clearly going to lose. Like, they don't really have a winning shot. Calem, I think, has lost his capital. But he still has a fair amount of land, a fair amount of mages. And so I just put out a sub request if people wanted to have fun fucking around with the nations. And we got 2 people to pick it up, which I'm very thankful for. I think it was Dartamos and Random Augury. So thank you guys for subbing in. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong about who subbed, then please correct me. But yeah, anyway, so they subbed in, and they're just looking to see how much they can do with what they have. Which, it's not much, and none of their neighbors are going to make peace with them. So you can, like, a lot of times when you come in and you sub, you want to make peace and, like, smooth things over. It's just not how it is, like, for this. They're getting conquered, and they just get to try to kind of mess around and have some fun. Honestly, though, subbing into games like this, especially in, like, that kind of position, is a great way to learn about the game. Like, not only are you going to pick up the nation at a kind of far-off place, like in some kind of crazy circumstance, but it's going to challenge you to think about, you know, okay, this is all I've got, like, with whatever research you have and whatever gems you have, like, what can I do? And that kind of thing, like, with somebody else's build and different research things, it makes you think about the game differently. So I think it's a really cool opportunity. I've learned a lot from all the times I've subbed. So, but anyway, thank you guys for subbing. So I think this was their message from them as they were announcing that they were subbing. We see Lanka get their nuts out, and they are going to... Like, I mean, he cloud trapezed into this, I think. I don't know if he didn't have vision of it. Okay, Starfire Wand. I don't know if I get this build. Oh, man. This is not going to go well. Oh, man, I got Crystal Mage Communion. Guys, y'all better run. You guys better just run. Oh my god, look at the Gifts of Heaven. Holy shit. The devils. Oh, does he jump forward? Is he retreating, or is he... Oh, he jumps in. He's like, we're not close enough. Jumps on top of the Melquarts. Dude, these, this guy has no fear. Just zero fear. And he probably could do with a bit more. Fear is a healthy instinct. Yeah, that's a way to go. That is a way to go. So, yeah, Cloud Trapezing Raksharajas, rest in peace. More Lissahars. Not really doing anything. Oh, maybe that was just the gym bait? Because apparently here's the real Nifl army. I mean, Lankan army. I think that might have been a gym bait. Because this is the same group. It's got the Crystal Mage Communion. And it's got a horde of undead, and... yeah. Ooh, man. Lanka, though. So what do we have here? Lanka's got a big chaff wall up in front. A bunch of soulless, just shit. And it's just to soak up evocations and die. That's its purpose. Then we've got some decent undead over here. More chaff in the middle, with some corpse constructs, which are decidedly less shitty than soulless. a reasonably large set of Dakinis with a fair amount of Blood Slaves and some Raksharajas. I don't know if he's got a communion planned or if he's going to be thugging. I think it's going to be a big communion. He's got these guys who are probably going to be communion slaves. He's got a Queen of Air Elementals who has thug gear. Though it looks like she'll probably be doing gems. She's got gems on her, so she's probably going to be doing Mass Flight or Fog Warriors. King of Earth Elementals. Darkness is hit, and we've got Winged Helmet, Astral Cloak of Astral Storms. And, yeah, this dude. And then, of course, we have Red Drum, the Raven. And he's got a Mistletoe Garland, which... Luck is kind of nice. It won't protect against things like Soul Slay, which I think is probably why he put it on. I don't really think Luck is probably the thing. Poison resistance can be nice, but really we have Ring of Regen and Windfend. This guy, I don't think they have anything that's going to be able to kill him. Honestly, like we're in Friendly Dominion, so like let's take a look at his HP pool, 1400. Soul Slays won't kill him. Like, you Soul Slay and you're like, oh shit, I got hit by a Soul Slay. No, it's not going to kill him. He's got too much HP. Which is hilarious. And then we have Neo, the Flame Spirit. So keep in mind, he's got high MR. If you're going to Soul Slay kill him, he's got regen, so he's going to regen for 140 a turn. Yeah. He's... he has... This is going to be higher, too, because I'm sure there's going to be an anti-magic casting, so it's going to be like 27 MR. So the chance of Soul Slaying him is super low. Gifts of Heaven, he doesn't even give a shit. He's probably going to have Temper Flesh on, so he's going to be like, whatever, we'll take half damage from Gift of Heavens. You have to just, like, machine gun hit him with Gift of Heavens to kill him. He's going to do Phoenix Pyre. It's going to be crazy. Let's go see what happens. Fog Warriors. Do we do Mass Flight? Yeah, Mass Flight, Fog Warriors. I don't know what this guy's going to be casting. I'll be interested to see. Gifts of Heaven coming down. Boom. Life After Death. Very nice. What was that? Mass Protection? Yeah, Mass Protection got dropped. Okay, here we go. Gifts of Heaven coming down. The accuracy, though, could be better. It's hitting a lot of their own stuff. Gifts of Heaven, you want the enemy on the other side of the map, where you're not going to Gifts of Heaven yourself. Okay, I guess this is where the Gifts of Heaven castings are coming from. And this is not going well. Now these guys too, they do suffer big penalties and darkness. So that -6 penalty is a bitch. Because they're not gonna hit all the time now. Oh man, that guy just got blown up. But he had Phoenix Pyre, so he just took out a bunch of skeletons with him when he died. What do these guys have? They have a fair amount of gear on these Melkorts. Problem is they're not hitting that much. They're actually not that scary. Like, if you compare their stats to this guy, who's now 20 attack and 38 defense, I mean, he would kill all these Melkorts. Back on this side. I don't see too much happening. What is this? Blood Rain. Okay, so these guys are going to be routing soon, too. I don't think... Does he have Winds of Wailing Winds? No, he's got Rigor Mortis, though. So a lot of these guys are probably fatigued out. Are these guys getting fatigued out? No. They're taking hits. Even these demons, they do a ton of damage. Like, look at these guys in the... 1714, and they have 1741 damage attack versus these guys who are like, they have worse stats, like, and worse attack, kind of. I mean, uh-oh, Father Ill-Earth. Kaboom! Punches him in the face. Okay, so this, I mean, this is big. Now, if we compare kind of what happened, so Hinnom here was relying a lot on super combatants, on Milkworths, which were pretty strong, but not that strong. Especially, like, their stat line was really kind of crushed. They had high protection, and, like, this guy did because he buffed himself, but I think other guys didn't. And then all of his chaff, like, really didn't get buffed. So he was really relying on communions. I mean, not communions, on evocations. But didn't have a lot of battlefield enchantments. And in the late mid-game, especially when things like Mass Flight are online, and Lanka is an air nation, you really don't want to rely on evocations. I mean, you can have it, but you need to have it as like a support element. It is not going to be like the centerpiece. Yeah, and these Milkworths, not looking so hot. Okay, so that, guys, is what a good late mid-game Lankan army looks like. It wasn't even a lot of troops, but yeah, that's what happened. So, in summary, they lost a bunch of their long-dead Rephites, a bunch of their long-dead. That makes up the bulk of the troop losses. But they lost all their Melkort's Crystal Mages, which they had a ton of Crystal Mages, Ami and Akkas. So, on Lanka's side, they lost not very much. They lost a bunch of... They lost their shit. The stuff that was supposed to die, died. Almost nothing that wasn't supposed to die, died. Like, all the mages lived. A complete and utter victory for Lanka. So, the tides have now clearly turned. At least as far as that battle goes. Let's see what else happens. Gartha's trying to break out, but we've moved another army. Oh. Gartha's breaking out. Oh, and they're retreating to get out of that fort. They thought I was going to attack, but I didn't attack. So they probably ran back inside the fort. I think I end up letting Lanka take that fort. Okay, so they lose another thug. Let's actually watch this battle, because this is just a lot of PD. So Lanka was like, okay, let's just drop a thug on top of your cap, because there's a good chance we can kill it. And it's actually kind of true. There's a good chance. It's dark. The other guys don't really care. The problem is, like, with enough PD, air thugs actually kind of start to suffer, because once you pop Misform, which I think is going to happen. Somebody's casting Frozen Heart, too. Yeah, they've got an Earth Reader casting Frozen Heart. So that's going to do it. There we go. Okay, so this guy gets killed. It was really this Earth Reader that got a water random that was killing him. Okay. Big battle here in Urim. So again on the moon. Okay, so Lanka storming it. I think Lanka had, and I didn't mention it in the last turn, Lanka obviously had an army on that fort. That was why I moved my army forward. I don't think I realized it when I was talking through the turn, but yeah, I moved my army forward so that Lanka could storm the fort and I could continue into Agartha. This is also an extremely important province, this one we're fighting in with the fort, because it is the gateway to the Hinnom lands from Agartha. So we can get to Hinnom through... Is that the only way? Maybe this is the only way. Yeah. I think Lanka was just doing Magic Phase to get into Hinnom kind of unsuccessfully before this. So, okay, this actually seems to be going a little bit better for Agartha than it went for Hinnom. And some of this is, like, Mass Flight didn't trigger. I think they just got through all the gems. Or something like that. Darkness is up and stuff, but things like Magma Children don't really care. Now, the Magma Children aren't buffed. But what we do have is we have... a lot of this front line of Lanka is paralyzed, so it's going to allow basically the evocations to just fire off. Now, Lanka has thugs that jumped into the back line, though. And these thugs are going to kill all of the oracles which are hidden here, and then after that the line kind of gets broken through. So it looked good for a while, but really it was the flying thugs that won that for Lanka. If they were able to maintain kind of like paralyzing and stuff up at the front while the Agarthan stuff through, you know, Blade Wind and stuff, eventually it might have gone in Agartha's favor. But, yeah, there's too many thugs going into the back line. So Abyssia, again, Lanka again lost a little bit of crap, which he didn't care about, and killed everything. So, yeah, like I said, Lanka and I have kind of deep pockets at this point. So, losing some thugs and stuff in the previous turn was annoying, but it is not going to matter if we can win. Like, we just need a couple fights like this, and they're going to be back on the back foot. Now, so here's our army. It's right here, and we are staring down a Doomstack of Agartha. Now, this scares me. So here's the thing. We do not want to throw our beautiful, darling little Kooni in against those Magma Children. Or we don't really want to, but we will. We do have Army of Gold. With Army of Gold, we're going to be largely, but not completely, immune to the Magma Children attacks. So that's good. We've got mass flight, so there's a chance we can get on top of their shit. So I think we're going to make a move. We're going to kind of try it. But ideally, we actually have a super combatant kill it. But I need to know exactly what's there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. This guy's basically set up to take out thugs. Anybody they have that can fly? I'm not actually sure who that would be. That would be like Moloch. I'm not sure who else he has that can fly. Oh, that devil, that stupid archdevil. If that archdevil shows up with the wings, yeah, we're gonna catch him. The teleporting one. So okay, this is ours now. So what I think we're going to have happen is Lanka is going to use this as a portal to send his army down, if you follow that green line, down here. And that takes us to this moon. And then from this moon, we can come down onto this province and do a proper invasion of Hinnom. So that is going to be Lanka's mission. Meanwhile, my mission is going to be to kill Agartha, which is going to be a little tricky because he has these big Doomstacks. But we've got more reinforcements coming in. So we might have to kill him in waves. As long as he's taking significant attrition, it's okay if we lose some armies here. You can see our demon pit here is starting to build back up. We've got another 108. And then we've still got a huge amount of demons here. So we've got 1,700 siege strength in this province, which gives you an idea how many demons we got. In this one, we've got 1,700 also, which gives you another idea. We've got a lot of demons. We're kind of holding them in reserve so that we can potentially fight a war here if we need it, rather than... Because, yeah, I don't know. And if we move them out, they're going to cause a huge amount of unrest wherever they go. So we're going to keep them in reserve until we know where we need them, rather than have them kind of run around chasing after things we think we might need. Now, we have done some more air empowering. So we've got Kensuke, who we have empowered in air. Oh no, King Kodos, we renamed him. This is King Kodos 2.0. He's going to go Cloud Trapeze on top of 333. Which is this. So, okay. If this army is patrolling... So that is what I said. You remember when I said I don't want these guys to fight, but they'll kind of do okay, because we've got Army of Gold. But I don't want to, but... Anyway. We're not going to. We are sending in King Kodos. King Kodos is going to solo the shit out of these guys. Now, we've put Job's Bowl on him, which is basically like Flask of Holy Water. And the reason we've done this is so that we start off blessed. And why would we want to do that? Because we can bless ourselves. Because we need every little single point in our script. We're going to be doing Temper Flesh. We're going to be doing Flying Shield. We're going to be doing Phoenix Power. We're going to be doing Summon Earth Power. We're going to be doing Soul Vortex. Now... The reason is because we're doing the Flesh Eater because we're going to time out the battle. That's the goal. Now, our first objective is to not die, because at any point we could get attacked and then we go off. Basically, we're not going to finish our script because we're berserk. So what we want to do is put that prioritizing is extremely important when you do a Flesh Eater. So Temper Flesh and Flying Shield is going to cut the damage in half. We have an Iron Face on, so our protection's already 33. So just these is going to make it where we take very kind of minimal damage. We're already blessed too, so that we don't have to worry about casting it. We're going to be very, very hard to kill starting turn 1. But once we get these two damage mitigation things on, we're going to be very hard to kill. Phoenix Pyre, it's going to start to become a problem, but we still are going to have fatigue issues. The last two, if we get them off, it's going to be very, very hard for them to win if they don't have a Holy Scourge. And the thing is, and this is why this kind of move can work, it's a little ballsy, but the reason it can work is you usually don't want to have Phoenix, or like, you want to be pretty careful with Holy Scourge like thugs going and just charging headlong into battle when you think you're going to be fighting a big army, because my demons would just maul whoever they sent to do that. But if he's expecting an army and he gets King Kodos, could be real. Could be very real. So let's go check out Rick Khan. So he is Heir 2. He's just hanging tight, but we put a Crown of Titans on him, so when he's ready to teleport, he will be good to go with his higher HP pool. And then we have one more guy empowered in air, Chrome, which he's just hanging tight. We're just getting ready. We're spending our air gems. And this is a totally legit way to spend air gems, by the way. I mean, you need Dai Tengu, but once you have Dai Tengu for your army, then this is not a bad way to spend it. Okay, we've got... Did we go through these events? No. So, more raiding from Lanka, with a never-ending supply of thugs. Wait, did we not have this battle already? I've already done this, and I'm just going through it again, right? Yeah, okay, we've done this turn. Turn 65. Okay, but anyway, we talked about new stuff, so that's okay. Though I'm kind of a little embarrassed that I just spent 10 minutes talking about a turn we've already done. Turn 66. Unless somehow I mislabeled these. No? Okay. We got a bunch of nature gems and fire gems from Calum. I think I had sent him... Let's go back, because this was not like a death basket, I don't think. I try not to get death baskets. If people offer them, I normally kind of am like, no thank you. I think we were doing some gem trading. Yeah, so I sent 65 air gems and then a bunch of items to Calum to help with his defense, since this is now a sub with some new energy. So yeah, all those things coming back were in payment for all the stuff I sent him. So that was not like a freebie. Whoops. Turn 66. Okay, so that's the stuff coming in. A global enchantment. God of Agartha, the Most High, the Vessel of Might, the Afterthought has broken the seal that must not be broken. 3 gods of an earlier age imprisoned by a previous Pantocrator are unleashed on the world, and the world is covered in darkness. So Agartha has broken the seal. That is a special spell that only EA Agartha has. None of the other Agarthas have it. And when you break the seal, cool shit happens. So the world's covered in darkness. You get a bajillion umbrals, which are expensive death summons, which are really good. And then you will get to see, because I think that's what some of these are. But basically, God Vessels spawn, and they randomly attack things like extremely high-powered indies. Okay, more unsuccessful raiding. I always like watching these battles. And at some point you may be asking yourself, how many of these does Lanka have? Are these really cap-only mages? And the answer is, he has a lot. Because he can keep sending them in to die like this. Wait, was this King Kodos? This looks like King Kodos. Okay, so King Kodos moved in, and there was no army here patrolling to wait for me, so that's a little upsetting. Oh, he set up an earthquake trap. So we sprung his earthquake trap. Now, an earthquake trap, guys, is not going to do anything against Kauai, because we've got 2 forms, we don't give a shit. But, yeah, I might have lost a few. It's fine. Phantasmal warriors attacking. This looks kind of cool. So Lanka is dropping in with the Queen of Air Elementals and Red Drum. And, okay, this is going to be cool. So, we've got the 4,000 HP. Now, current max HP... Okay, yeah. So, this is in Friendly Dominion. So that means he's going to get the regeneration. Now, this one's doing Wrathful Skies, while the Raven jumps to the back. Now... Wait, where's the Raven? Oh, right here. I guess it's still buffing up. Temper Flesh. Iron Skin. Oh, she has a lifelong protection too, which will do a good job kind of distracting shit. Oh man, he smacked the Raven for 30 damage. Raven regenerates for 295. Smacks him again for 17 damage. This is gonna take a while. This guy is not regenerating, so he is gonna die to chip damage. Thunderstrike's coming down. This guy's fatigued out. He's probably gonna die shortly. 23 HP. Red Drum the Raven. He's got this guy all afflicted. He's blind, never healing wounds, and battle fright. I would be battle fright too if this Raven the size of a world came in and attacked me. How do you kill this? This is a good question. It is possible, by the way. The best answer is to banish to the Inferno, which is something that Hinnom can do. Though he might not be Blood 9 yet. Oh, he does have an Athame, so he is healing. Okay, and like that, it's over. So, pretty damn cool battle, if you ask me. Right here. They got the Bale, and they got... Oh, in this case, the Bale is, got killed and the Milkward escaped. But in our version of the battle, it was different. But I think it kind of played out generally the same way. It was whoever Red Drum chose to attack died. Okay, so a God Vessel attacks us. Oh god. So this is the Broken Seal. Let's see how... I think it spawns 4, but I could be wrong. And they have multiple forms. So this is the first form, and these are the highest... Aside from Doomhars, these are the highest path Astral Mages in the game. You can't wish for them or anything like that, unfortunately. Or if you can, then you can't keep them, because they have a tendency to kind of... You can even charm them, but if you charm them, it's not permanent. You cannot be the long-term owner of a God Vessel. Because believe me, we thought about charming this guy. You can have them for like a couple turns before they do something different. So okay, killed a bunch of PD. There was also a battle in Abyssia where we got attacked by another God Vessel. Okay, this guy pretty damn sick. Yeah, gonna be pretty hard to kill. So we've got 2 God Vessels to deal with. This Raksharaja died, but killed a bunch of Patrol Chaff. This Dakini is successful in raiding PD. Holy shit, Melkwart down. So Divana versus Melkwart. Who is better? I would say it depends. It depends what items you put on and how they're all scripted and shit. This is a very good Divana at killing thugs, though. On this side, this guy's casting spells, so his fatigue sucks, which is going to hurt his MR. Plus, it's dark, so his stats are going to kind of suck. I don't think this is going to be a contest, guys. It's just going to be Melkort murdering. I don't know why he's casting spells. He should have run in and attacked. Yeah, okay, he's dead. Oh, but he has Phoenix Pyre, so this could be a little interesting. But he's casting spells. If you do Phoenix Pyre, you definitely don't want to cast spells, because you'll get fatigued out. Okay, kill him again. This is the thing. Phoenix Pyre almost never... Okay, that's not true. It's very situational when it works, because a lot of times that just happens. You just repeatedly die. So, rest in peace, Melkort. Okay, we finally have a battle in the last fortress for Abyssia, and this should wipe them off and hopefully get rid of their Dominion. Okay. My little dudes run off, but I've got a big Dione still. Oh, and there's my non-shitty dudes that did not run off. So, okay, that's it. So, we have taken this, and it should be that around elves, watch yourselves. The ruler of Abyssia has been permanently vanquished. At the end, he did not rule a single province and now has nowhere to return. Okay, so Abyssia is gone. Unfortunately, they didn't take their dominion with them. So we're going to actually have to, like, preach it, temple it, push it down, which is not normally supposed to be how it works. When you die, all your dominion's supposed to go, and then it will allow other people's dominion to come in much faster. So that's annoying, but it may be because we killed the Pretender and then killed the Disciple later. I don't know. Not really sure. So there is a big army inside of here, I think, because there was a huge bunch of magma children here. This is Agartha, and he has 1 million Umbrals here, too. So, we're going to move everybody here. Which is maybe a mistake. King Kodos is going to storm the castle. Because he's a boss. Does not give a fuck. But the army's moving here. Now, I'm wondering if this is the right move, because Agartha could move all of their Umbrals here, but they may need a turn to get ready. If they move all their Umbrals here, we'll trade as best we can, but we don't have magic weapons or anything, so we're kind of just going to die to the Umbrals, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we can kill the mages. This is actually not very smart play, thinking about it. I don't know what I'm... What would we do versus Umbrals? The real trick to fighting Umbrals is to get one of these guys just ridiculously strong and having him kill him. The thing with Umbrals is they have high strength and armor-piercing attacks, so it's hard to thug against them. But potentially we can do it. I have other ideas for traps, too. But I think that will be... We'll save that for the next episode. Meanwhile, we're going to move this army up. And, yeah, that's basically it. So we're going to be taking Agartha. Sorry for the yawns. The other thing is these guys are bloodsacking, I think, because our Dominion should be pushing more. Lanka and I are now going on like a quest, because I think we realized that we need to get our Dominion here. We also have very good Dominion effects. We have Gift of Health and Wrath of God. We are going to get temples up in every single province that we can. And I think we've already done it back here. But we're going to be doing this on this entire planet. We're going to instead of recruiting mages, we're going to be doing temples, right? So temples everywhere. And we're just going to get a huge amount of Dominion pressure to push our Dominion down into this planet, and then up here into Agartha and everywhere. And if we're fighting under Wrath of God, it's going to be really oppressive for Saruman and Kalisa. So that is kind of the plan. I think Oogity Boogity stole Well of Misery. Or no, Red Drum stole Well of Misery, so that was kind of cool. We are researching up in... Oh, we made a detour. We changed to get construction, and we got construction 7. We're going to get 8. I'm going to make the Crown of Overmight for Red Drum, just for the laughs. But we'll see. There's also some other construction aid item stuff we might get. I don't think this is optimal. I think if we were having a harder time at the game, we wouldn't do it. But it will make Red Drum a bit more powerful, and he is kind of a hilarious part of this playthrough. And then we're going to continue to Evocation 9, which I think is going to be really good for us. We've cast Curse of Blood a few times, so you can see we actually have a very good vampire factory going now. Our blood income is not phenomenal. It was only 20 this turn. But it's going to be picking up. Over here, we're getting our little blood economy going. We've got one lady forging Sanguine Dowsing Rods. We've got chaff generation coming out that we can use for patrolling down provinces. So we're getting good. We got the unrest low enough so we can recruit these. But once we get a few of these out, it's going to be a big deal. Oh, we can Osta. I guess once you have a fort there, it doesn't add anything to PD. I wish they would fix that, where you get the PD bonus would also go on top of your forts. Okay. I think we've covered basically everything for the turn. And for my movement, we're building a temple here. We're moving most of our guys out. Mad Nix, we're empowering you in air. And you are going to be another one of our Cloud Trapezing Dione. But then, after that, I think everybody's going to start moving out to the exits. This planet, we want to get most of the demons off. We want to turn it into a blood-hunting temple paradise. Let me go through the events. Another gold event. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Are we recruiting any? I don't think we're recruiting anything. I think literally all of our gold is going into Dione and into... Oh, shit. So I mentioned in episodes before we were going to do this, but I didn't actually catch the turn it happened. I destroyed my fort in the same turn we built a 3 red second citadel on it, which gives us more commander point bonuses, which is something you can do with Yomi, by the way. If you research up in blood, you have to get pretty high. It's blood 8. But this is totally possible for you to do as Yomi. And if you do it, you are going to get... Yeah, you can get more Dione a turn, 50% more. So we will certainly take that. In this case, Lanka cast it for us. And so yeah, I think that's it. Now, you'll have to tune in next episode to see how this goes, but I'm kind of thinking this is a mistake because there's a bunch of Umbrals here. But we've got a backup army, so we should be good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.